Let's go this way. That's better.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, good sir. Or good frog, may I add.
Thank you for having me, Elijah.
Well, this has been a long time in coming. I've been admiring what you've been doing from a distance, and I would like the world to understand more about it.
What's on your mind today?
Well, I want to know about this thing you've been doing in Grandview Park all these years. Hello?
Oh dear.
My screen is frozen. Can you hear me? Hello? So we're back on. So the question was, what are you doing at Grandview Park on Sundays?
Oh, well, on Sundays, well, every second Sunday, we've been having a community-run, basically a free thrift store, where you can bring anything from clothing, books, tools, toys, appliances, even skills or food or talent. Maybe you play an instrument, you want to play a song for us. But the idea is to celebrate money or celebrate life without money.
And what kind of response have you been getting?
Pretty good, especially since we've been going through all year.
I mean, you went through the winter.
Yeah, we've been going through the winter, and now that we have such a consistent appearance, everyone are coming like regularly, and even through the winter. It was pretty amazing. It was our first time going through all of the winter outside this year.
And why do you think that made a difference?
People are used to patterns, I think. They're capable of something outside of a pattern, but patterns are nice and comfortable.
So they're used to this happening on Sundays for free, but not in the winter time. And so it shows your dedication, it shows your commitment. It must take a lot to go there every Sunday to do. How many years have you been doing this?
This will be we're in my 6th year.
Your 6th year. And how many people do you think participate in this?
We get anywhere from 30 to 50 people every time. There's usually about 10 to 20 people there at any given time.
So do you track the numbers, or I mean, it's pretty hard, I guess, to do so.
Like that. That's the average. In the spring, we get them. Spring and fall, we get the most people. So anywhere from 50 to 100 people that I can notice, but I'm not always looking.
So if you were going to give a message to Vancouver, and because my guess is you would like it to grow, would you like more people to come?
We would, though that would require more volunteer presence. Some of our younger, more motivated new people are wanting to go every week during the spring. So we're going to need some help transportating, because some of us can't do every week.
Right.
So yeah, we want it to grow bigger, and we could. I don't even know what it could be. That's why I'm trying to give more power to other people who haven't been with us that long. I want to see what their ideas turn this beautiful carnival of sorts into.
Well, every time I've been there, I've gotten something that helps me. It's amazing to see such generosity from people to coming and bringing very good items and just leaving them there for anyone to have. I just have never seen it in my entire life, kind of, except for sort of gift exchanges at some workshop, but I've never seen it in the community. So it's sometimes there's little things happening that don't get enough attention, but they're the signs for the whole new world coming to be.
Right. The gift economy is ripe and well in East Vancouver.
What message would you give to people let's say in that area or just in Vancouver, about why is this different from bringing it to a thrift store or different from any other way that you can give your stuff away?
Well, a thrift store, you never know if your thing is going to be thrown away right away. Places like the big franchises, VV and Starvation Army, they're always throwing out a lot of stuff right away. Here, your thing gets a chance, even if it's a little rundown. We encourage people not to bring things that they wouldn't think they were useful in the first place, but that doesn't always happen. Though, amazingly, a lot of that stuff gets taken. Different artists and people who just find things useful that you might not personally find useful. Anyways, it is different because instead of a thrift store selling it, someone might get to take it away for free. And if you come, you might get a chance to see that person take your unused item away and find great joy in that. And that's one of the things that I really enjoy about it, as well as like sometimes I take, sorry about that, I had an alarm go off. Sometimes I take things and to the market that I already use quite a lot, but I feel like I want someone else to enjoy before the life is gone from it. And that's something I never really experienced before the free market. Taking something that you already use and get great pleasure from and wanting to share that. And that seems to be happening a lot at the free market. It's very inspiring.
It's just listening to you inspires me. It's very exciting to think that this is happening in Vancouver's backyard. Has any of the major media ever come and interviewed you? Has anyone ever given attention to what you're doing?
Not really. More recently, we had the Georgia Strait come and interview us. That went pretty well, I think. Not quite as well as some other groups, but it's good. We weren't ready for a big flash mob of people. We've been a little overwhelmed at times, but we could get there.
What kind of infrastructure support do you need? Like,
tents are always good when it's raining. If you can come out and you have an electric pair of speakers, solar panels would be awesome.
say that again?
Solar panels.
Okay.
Because we don't have access to direct electricity. And there is one gentleman who comes and he brings his speakers and they are solar powered. But he can't be there all the time. He's always doing tech for different resistance and activist events.
I think I may have one for you. Just thinking about it. What about, isn't there power that's right underneath that big concrete thing sticking in the sky there?
Yeah, I guess it'd be useful to have a long extension cord. Since our market isn't really by the washroom, and that's space that other people use.
Right. And how does it feel? Like you mentioned the gift economy. What is the gift economy? What do you mean by that?
Oh, when we give to each other instead of having to sell. When we instead of feeling a need to get something in return, like a currency, we share it into the community to build our community. I don't need this anymore. I'm giving it up, and maybe I'm gonna find something I need. Maybe I'm not. That's the wonderful thing with free market. You don't have to bring anything to participate, and you don't have to take anything to participate. You could just stay there and hang out all day.
I mean, I've seen it's quite a good time. I mean, there's a lot of people around. There's a lot of musicians. Everyone's in a good mood. Grandview Park is such a sort of core heartthrob of that area. What kind of support do you get from the people that live around there? Sometimes they get a bit annoyed by things, but
oh, there's one fellow who is annoyed by us because, well, frankly, I think that it's more a fact that he's annoyed by some of the more messy people in the park. But we always clean up after ourselves, and that's like the one situation where someone's been angry with us, but not directly at us. Anyways, all very positive people who are in the neighborhood. I walk by and then they express that they didn't even know this is going on. And live there longer than we've been coming, and they're more than happy to come by and bring all their spring cleaning.
Amazing.
Boxes and boxes sometimes. So there's one thing I might add here is if you do bring a carload of stuff, since we only have a car to take home, maybe check on us by the end of the day. We don't want to leave too many things or anything at all, really. Though at the end of the day, we sort through and we figure out, okay, so this is going to come home with us because we're pretty sure someone else is going to make use of it next market. And then this stuff, not really. Some things do need to go in the trash, but we're working on a recycling system. But we do send the rest of the stuff to Goodwill, and Goodwill, they're very good about using everything. And if something is too raggy, they actually have a rag system where they turn clothes into rags and donate them to wherever they're needed.
You know, I'd like to participate in this gift economy right now, and I would like to give you a gift. You know that I've been working on a way to do value systems, and so to me, I think that we need a shift into a new paradigm. We need a whole new world that you are now building right now, and this is an example of it. And so I would like to gift you with a 1-hour session to make a value system for you, plus 1 year in the School of Conscious Communication as a facilitator, as a potential facilitator.
I am honored. I am honored. I can't even talk. I'm so greatly honored. I'm fumbling of my words.
Well, it's time that the people who are doing such good work, and let's say they don't get paid for it, right? You're not getting paid to do this, right? You're not funded to do this.
Your run here.
So everything you're doing is on the goodness of your time and the goodness of your heart.
In fact, don't tell anyone, but I'm putting money into it myself.
And there's a lot of people like yourself that, to me, need to be rewarded by the community and rewarded by other people. Like if we start rewarding one another for the good things that we do, it changes the nature of the mindset of I have to pay to get everything, and the only way I can get something is I have to work for it in a sense. And sometimes we're working somewhere else, and someone else can give us something we need, and they get something from someone else, and that type of circle is what I see you building. And I would like to participate in my own way, because this is something which, you know, took me 20 years to figure out or something, and it's one of my best things to give. And I also believe that when we give our best in a short amount of time, there's a lot of leverage. And so at some point, you're going to give your best to someone in a short amount of time that you took 20 years to come up with. And there's a lot of people out there that can do amazing things, just like snap of the fingers that you or I, we couldn't do in 6 months. And they can just make a song, or they can write a story, or they can do a healing process on you. And so I believe that as we begin to share this, it's the same as giving the material things in the park, that we're sharing more love and we're sharing more goodness for everybody. Which I think
that's inspiring. I feel like that's the big picture. If maybe what we're doing here will expand in that in just that way to beyond the market, beyond this park. And as it is already, you're offering me this.
Well, you said before you invited me down to do divination, which is another thing I do. And while I'm in Vancouver, I would love to. I really haven't participated enough in what you're doing. But I'm just wondering that, I guess on the service side, right? If you had 10 healers with their beds out, and people knew they could come get a 15-minute massage, you know, you'd probably have half of Vancouver down there, which might not be a good idea. But if people came and gave their services and everyone was giving their services, like it's fun to be around 10 healers, and then you get like 10 different modalities. You get like a little acupuncture, you get a massage, you get some stretching or movement. Could this be introduced, or is this part of it?
Yeah, this could be introduced, and that would probably inspire a lot more people to be involved. And it doesn't matter if you get to everyone. The very fact that your presence is there, you're attracting people in, and you're getting people exposed to this this aversion to consumerism, and we're getting people exposed to this new way of life. I think that'd be a very beautiful thing, to have multiple healers at a time, multiple musicians at a time, multiple repair people.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Well, this has been a great conversation. I know that people are stretched for time, and so anything too long is too much for people. But I think we could go on for a long time, going into the deeper meaning of what you're doing. And I just want to thank you from my heart for what you are doing and what all the other, because I know there's a strong group of you down there. And much love to you all, and blessings on you and what you're doing. And you're truly contributing to the community in a beautiful way.
Feel appreciated. Thanks for existing.
Okay, I'm just going to turn this off now.